new collection for Coleção Borghi. And you will see a big evolution in this traditional company. And we have decided this year to keep naturally the very Italian look, to keep naturally the silk effect, but to be more modernist, to be really more geometric. And the collection will be more first part of the 20th century, influenced by the Barreiros movement. And you will see a lot of cubism, you will see a lot of geometric shapes, etc. But let's go to the collection. The first one, damask. Always, but as you see, not a traditional damask. It's totally geometric, and we play with linen and silk. Linen for the background, silk for the geometric shapes on top of it. Second plane, difficult for you to see, but beautiful plane. And you see, play with the light very well. 50 linen, 50 silk. And this one, this new plane, exists in more than 20 colors, as he has a very nice feeling and take the lights very well. Very sophisticated, quite heavy, light upholstery, and mainly curtains. Third one, I was telling you about geometry and about modernism. This one is really interesting, and I think it's a beauty. The background, always silk and linen, and the embroidery, it's embroidered just in black and white like this, exists and is matte. And what we love is the opposition of matte and shiny on this one. 100% silk for this charming little chevron, totally reversible, not reversible like this, but reversible like that, upside down. And has a real nice crispy look, exists in 7 or 8 colors, I think, and is part of this collection. Another beauty that you will see called Norma. Norma is a silk, plain silk, but I insist, plain silk, hand-woven. Why hand-woven? Because we thought that we wanted to really have the real aspect of the silk. If you compare what we call a machine woven silk and something like this, where it's really made on hand loom, it's really, really different, and it's not as shiny as a silk, just because it's not as, the threads are not that tight as they should be with a machine loom. Donc really you have this beautiful Norma collection, and Norma exists also in more than 20 colors. Donc already, just at the beginning, already 2 planes, the silk and this kind of very wonderful aspect of this one. We go back to geometry, we go back to damask with this black and matte and shiny effect with a little yellow line, just to give some effect to the design. Beautiful also this one, very heavy velvet. Exists in 3 or 4 colors. I will show you here just one color, but it's really a beautiful, beautiful sofa or upholstery design, where the line is not really strict. You have the feeling that it moves a little bit. We go back to the first one you have seen, and I want to give you the name. It's called Blida. And Blida, I don't need my glasses. Blida is here in gray, and go with it. You have seen the chevron a few seconds ago. And we go back to the beautiful first one, the damask. But you see here, you see it here in two. You see how heavy and beautiful, beautiful feeling, beautiful hand, silver and green. Something very strong, and this is the only one with a little bit of gold. But always this first part of the 20th century, where you have the geometry, you have a little bit of Art Deco feeling, and you also have this gold effect. This one exists in 1 color. We go back quickly, and you see all the samples are not really well finished because we're in the studio. It's brand new. The silk, Norma, in the gray. And a new one, which is extremely interesting. And if you can remember this one, the name is Luigi. Luigi is a velvet, very thick velvet, Trevira 100%, means washable, means not fragile, and wonderful for upholstery, and I think unique. It looks like a silk. It looks a little bit like a silk and cotton effect. It's 100% Trevira, very heavy, and you see, extremely smooth. And we really love Luigi. Luigi also has more than 20 colors. Donc already 3 planes at Fadini. We continue this collection with a velvet geometrical. This one is really interesting, also in 3 or 4 colors, and you see it here in one. We go back to the damask that you have seen in black is here in gray. And I was telling you about cubism and geometric. Look at this one. This one is really beautiful, exists in 1 color. It's a kind of printed, appliqué, and embroidered. You have 3 techniques on linen and exists just in this kind of gray and beige. New plane again, new plane, that will be the 4th plane. And this one is also, it's like a caviar, it's like a tweed. We call this one Gio. And Gio plays woven in our mill and a little bit shiny, very good for upholstery, quite heavy, but always supple, because you know that I love it when it's supple. And we go back with the collection with a little bit of colors. We go to yellow. We go to this beautiful new velvet called Lecco. Lecco is a velvet and exists also in different colors, a little bit shiny and very good for upholstery, and match with a new very interesting velvet. This one is, look how light. It's 100% polyester. It's 100,000 martingale, donc extremely strong. The name extremely strong. The name is called Aida. And Aida, look how wonderful it is. You can use it for curtains, you can use it for upholstery, and it looks really like a light silk velvet. We go back to embroidery with all these strong colors. With this one, once again, we talk about geometry, here we are. Donc very strong look, very new look for Fadini. And we add colors and we play with colors. You saw the kind of coral color. Here you have this green, yellow-green effect. I'm sorry to show you this one just in a small piece, but we're a little bit late in deliveries for this one, but you will have it in a few weeks or in a few days, or you probably have it already. It's 100% embroidery on linen and just in 1 color. And this is the one and match really well with the collection. After that, we go back to the famous silk called Norma. Norma is here in this blue effect. The velvet again, look how beautiful this one. Kind of, we call it duck color. And 2 colors to finish. The very thick Trevira velvet that you have here. And you see it has been in a fold many times, and it looks like it was 100% brand new and ready for you. And here it is. And the last one is once again Aida with this very dark and deep green matching for the last color with this. All this exists naturally in books. You have all the books for the different planes and a big book for all the little designs. That will be shown in a few seconds. Thank you. In fact, here are the books. Donc here the Aida has a book with a little embossed example, and you see something very important. The colors of Fadini has changed. It's not green anymore. Now Fadini will be yellow. Donc you have this one kind of deep yellow, a little bit like gold. And a big book. This one is a prototype. Don't you see? That's why nothing is written on it. But you have all the fabric that you have seen here and many more colors in this easy book to use with more than 50 or 60 different items. What I want to add is that now systematically on every brand you will have the Pierre Frey indicated, because sometimes people don't realize that Fadini Borghi can be Pierre Frey. So the new logo for Le Manac, for Frey, for Fadini, Braconnier will be always to put the 2 brands together. Thank you.